All right, here we go again. It is currently 19 degrees on the East Coast. It's supposed to be 8 degrees tonight, and let's go van camping. Okay. Door's a little frozen. Kind of doubting this old thing is going to turn on. Wow. It actually turned on. This time I'm not going as far. The winds are pretty crazy today. I don't want a tree falling on the van. And I want to test out a new fire pit, so we're just going to do this right against the house. But still, 8 degrees out tonight. All right, so this is a little more, let's say I'm not doing all the challenges like I did last time. I'm not trying to go without power or try and survive completely, unplugged. Because it's going to be 8 degrees tonight, maybe less. This is going to be a little less formal, but still going to try and do it. This video might not even make it to the light of day, but first we have to get this bus set up for it. I have the bedding here. I was working on the engine. There's a power steering leak. I was working on that for a couple days now, so. And every door is going to be frozen shut. Wonderful. All right, 1 second. Well, this isn't off to a great start. As I was trying to get that door open, broke the handle clean off on the outside, completely snapped off. So that door's gonna stay shut. All right, so I got power hookup, so I just need to run that outside. I'm thinking if I do that, I'll get the heating blanket going. That'll get the mattress unfrozen. Things you learn. Well, that didn't happen. So the plan yesterday was to camp in the van, and it got to about 2 degrees here on the East Coast. But I took the signs of not being ready seriously, and I canceled it. All right, but before that, for pure documentation's sake, we are going to pick up Charlie, and he is getting himself a new 2022, well, new used 2022 BMW with, I think he said 293 miles on it, so it's practically new. Welcome to practice session number 1. Getting used to a camera running at all times. Ooh, what you doing?
Battery's dead again. It's gonna start rustling again, right?
Gonna start.
Yeah, it's just the surface right now. But I almost feel like I should just spray that. One dead battery. 19, 20, 21, 22. That's almost 4.5 years old, so I guess.
Alright, test driving Charlie's new 2022 BMW 335i. Let's turn that off, because that's... Oh, wow. I just felt this seatbelt grab me.
Now you're gonna see why I fell in love with this thing I drove.
I don't want to know.
I don't really like the HUD. It's like VR, when something's like up close to you and you want to like grab it. That's how I feel looking at the HUD. $55,000 for this, plus tax and everything. Whereas you can buy an STI for $60,000.
And it wouldn't be this quiet.
This is amazing.
Camping was a bust last night. I think I reviewed it earlier, but multiple things broke, so I was like, let's not try it. Let's not tempt fate last night when it was like 2 degrees. Bonus, it's going to be like 13 degrees tonight, so a little bit better. So I also am going to test out my new Solo Stove Ranger. So I also have a Solo Stove Yukon, but I wanted to get this for camping specifically. A little bit smaller, of course, so it's easier to transport. I didn't want to buy the heat deflector for it. So I looked it up on YouTube. There's actually a really good tutorial, I can link it down below, on how to make your own heat deflector for like, I think it was like 70 bucks maybe. Pretty much it's a 36-inch pizza pan, a handle, and then 4 metal table legs. All that you can buy on Amazon. And then I went to Ace Hardware to get the bolts for it. And yes, this is more backyard camping. Really, I wanted to test out the solar stove. I know it's the same as what I already have, but I wanted to see how this heat deflector goes. I will climb through and run this cable a different way because I don't like it just being pinched here. So we have some temperature gauges here. Let's see. Outside it is 20 degrees. I have that sitting there so we can keep an eye on outside temperature. Wait for Santa Claus. It is Christmas Eve. I figured it'd be kind of cool to sit out here on Christmas Eve and sit by the fire and then camp in the bus because I didn't get to do it yesterday, and it's kind of becoming a weekly thing of I gotta be outside, I gotta be in the van. House power is looping through here. A little bit of airflow can come in, that's fine. And then power everything up in there where we have the heating blanket and the dish. So brief update before the sun goes down. Been sitting here next to the fire, seen in that time lapse I took. It is incredibly hot next to this fire, even though, you know, my face doesn't show it. I'm trying to be overly cautious here. I have a heat gun. Let's see. So if I put that over there, say behind the bus, it's about 7 degrees. And then if I move it right here to under the heat pan, hard to see, 74 degrees. The other side, 60, 62. I mean, my legs though, 154, 188. So I'm toasty. This is really warm. This is really working well. So yeah, I'm sitting out here. It's Christmas Eve. We're waiting for Santa to do his flyover. The clouds are clearing up right now. So maybe we'll see some stars. All right, after a quick battery change, it is 16 degrees out right now. It is 5:50 p.m. and it looks pretty dark for 5:50 p.m. This heat deflector is working amazing. I keep having to move back from the fire because it's putting off so much heat around the fire. I think I am 100% warmer than I was with the Yukon with no heat deflector on it, and then upgraded along the line later on. But here is the fire right now. As you see, I'm a lot further back than I was before. Yeah, very warm, very nice out here right now. Like, not warm enough to take off layers. Let's not get that twisted, but definitely comfortable. Not teeth chattering or anything like that. Definitely really nice and warm. I do want to edit some videos for different projects I've been working on. Since I've been doing the camping thing and recording it, I've been more motivated to get into all the other projects that I've recorded for in the past. Like tomorrow, there's a tribute video coming out. Tomorrow being Christmas Day, there's a tribute video coming out from my Uncle Harry. He was really into trains. He had a whole setup in his basement, around the entire basement, switchbacks. It went through his laundry room, utility room, out the steps and back around, had a full workshop under there. It was a really nice setup. And then on Wednesday of this week as well, I have a second tribute video coming out. The first one's more cinematic. The second one is more like sights and sounds. I used my stabilizer for the iPhone to just follow trains around. So you hear the sounds of the trains clicking down the tracks, you hear the sounds of the whistles going and the little poofs of smoke coming out. It's just supposed to be a relaxing video to enjoy the world that he set up. But it's still really warm out here. And here's the fire right now. Probably gonna let these logs die down a bit and then head in the van, get that warmed up and get set up in there. All right, it's probably been about 20-30 minutes. I'm gonna transition to inside the van. This is the current state of the fire pit. I got the last piece of wood leaning up against the leg, so when it falls, it'll fall right in. So there's no concerns there, but it is about 10 degrees out right now, so gonna transition to in the van. I've had the heating blanket going, so we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna turn on the propane heater for a little bit. Inside the van, it is 30 degrees right now. Outside the van, it is, looks like 15 or so degrees right now. Mainly with the sleeping blanket plus the Presto heat dish, I'll be good to go. I'll check in a little bit. So I'm just hanging out in the bus right now. Let's see what this temperature is. It is currently, can't see it, it says 52 in the bus right now. Next weekend, the day before New Year's Eve, we're driving up to my friend Charlie's property in West Virginia. We're taking we're taking his truck and a trailer and the bus. And we're gonna have a bonfire up there and hang out for a little bit, but the trailer is just in case the bus has issues. I don't know. It hasn't proven itself yet on like day-to-day kind of traffic. Good morning. It's about 6 a.m. right now. Have to get up a little earlier than usual because it is Christmas morning here. So. All right, and this is when the audio stopped working on the GoPro. I didn't realize it completely stopped working. I guess it didn't like the cold either. Right at that point, it stopped working, and then for the rest of that day, nothing. So this was merely a recap as I drove to my parents' house after that night. I had recapped that the night was pretty chilly. It was about 10 degrees that night overall. Heating blanket did keep me pretty warm, and plus the 0-degree sleeping bag. So I had zero issues there. Heat dish, it was okay. I didn't like it. It kept the van at like 30 degrees, but overall, it dried the air out. I was waking up every hour having to get water because I was completely dried out. So definitely not going to use that anymore. Probably in January. I think I mentioned this in January. I'm going to be getting the diesel heater, so that'll be coming. And that should help things a lot. So yeah, I don't remember what I rambled about in this part of the video, but for the most part, that wraps up this. And next, I'm going to be working on the power steering line, or the power steering sensor, and then we're going camping and bonfire next weekend as well. So see you then. And before I forget, I keep forgetting to say this, if you like this content, like it, comment. I'm happy to answer any questions, and if you have any tips, definitely let me know in the comment section, and then subscribe if you want to see more.